Mayor Moody and members of the City Council. Coach Al Marks was a remarkable man who moved freely among many circles. A number of years ago, he had a great desire to see a greater development of personal character traits in the city of Eunice. He attended a meeting somewhere, as I'm not sure all of the details of it, but Character First was developed by a man named Tom Hill, who actually had a company called Guillory in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, which was an oil and gas valve manufacturing plant. And he says when more time was spent addressing personnel problems than producing valves, Hill developed a character initiative in which Guillory managers encouraged personal character development in the lives of their employees. At the end of 2 years, Guillory management witnessed a marked decline in workers' compensation, a rise in productivity, an increase in profits, even while faced with a depressed market. Character training has promoted better relationships in the family and the workplace, says Hill, and has improved the physical, moral, and mental health of our employees. He says, I am a firm believer in implementing character training in all sectors of the community, in schools, businesses, families, churches, and government. Teaching character qualities like honor, obedience, truthfulness, and self-control will impact how people interact with each other. Mr. Hill was just a lay person. He was not involved in religious stuff, but he discovered from his own reading of the scriptures that Jesus Christ epitomized 39 character traits. And out of that, he developed a program to try to instill those character traits in his employees in his company. After 2 years of trying to get them to do better with no results, he started that character program. And Coach Al Marks attended one of these workshops, and he caught the vision, and he was on fire for Eunice. And so he really did everything in his power to develop those character traits, reaching out to the businesses, the government, the schools, the police department, every sector of society, because he had that desire to see character rise up in Eunice to be a better place. And myself, Mr. Buzz Smith, there were several of us on that committee that worked with him to try to implement those programs. And so after Coach passed away, the Greater Eunice Ministerial Alliance got with one of our parishioners from St. Thomas More, Mr. Leo Quibido. Leo actually built this particular frame. He took Coach's picture, put a non-glare glass over it, and we took 4 pictures from the Character First book that were sort of an idea of the way Coach lived his own life. And so we have the character traits of dependability, enthusiasm, faith, and humility. And those were superimposed with his image here. And on behalf of the Greater Ministerial Alliance, we would like to present this picture to the City Hall, that it might be hung in a prominent place to remind us of the great work that Coach did in trying to instill those character traits. He really had that vision, and he himself lived those particular character traits. He really wanted to see, dealing with young people, seeing crime in the community, seeing that this was an answer to bringing the crime rate down. He wanted to see that integrity in businesses, that honesty among our business people. He wanted to see that integrity in our government. He wanted to see it touch all of those areas that affect all of us every day. And we would hope that you all would receive it and hang it in a prominent place.
Thank you. Mr. Smith, you have something to say, sir?
You said it all. Thank you.
Mr. Smith, you're going to let this moment pass, sir?